I hope this was helpful. 3D in After Effects is pretty straightforward, and it's good to play with that. If you ever want to go farther than this and to go into like more real 3D software like Cinema 4D, 3D Max or Maya or many others that are there, this is a good introduction. So once you start to understand how to work with 3D in After Effects, which is already kind of complicated if you have never worked with 3D, but once you start to understand those concepts, how to pre-comp things, how to use null objects, then those concepts will help you to go into a more complex 3D world in those other programs where you get really three-dimensional extruded objects. One thing to keep in mind when you take a look at it, these all are like just planes. They're two-dimensional planes. This does not have any extrusion. That's the limit of After Effects 3D if you're using a classic 3D mode. That you don't really have that real extrusion, and there are some ways to fake it, to make it work, or there are some plugins now that enable to import real 3D objects and have that fully render extruded objects in 3D. But just as a kind of like a default feature in After Effects, those objects are just made of like very thin piece of paper, almost just put in 3D. But regardless, I think this opens a lot of possibilities, and our understanding the whole mechanism, how to set up a 3D scene in After Effects is great. It's really exciting, to see stuff like that, and it can enable you to do a really interesting work and interesting motion graphic pieces when you use some 3D, spice it here and there, give it a little bit of the parallax dimension to it. So yeah, good luck with your projects. Thank you.